Earlier we talked about on the show David Pakman and Kyle Kalinske of Secular talking. There's somewhat differing views on the whole Russia thing that's going on and what their takes and positions are. And this time it's going to be another situation or set of circumstances. This one is going to be David Pakman and Dave Rubin.
Bewildered kettle asking what caused Dave Rubin to become such a twat. I don't have an answer to that. I mean, Dave Rubin's a friend of mine. I've made it abundantly clear, and I don't hide this from Dave. I agree with him on many issues. I disagree with him on many issues. What else can I say? I tend to avoid the ad hominems, but some people gravitate to them. Not me. I would love to either have Dave on or be on his show soon and talk about areas where we disagree and areas where we agree.
So, Dave Pakman does a lot of streams, which are really fun to watch. I recommend you watch them. They're pretty entertaining. He has a pretty good delivery. But people will send in messages that he reads, and a lot of the messages will have to do with things like Kyle of Secular Talk and Dave Rubin of, the Rubin Report and all these other shows, because it's questions, people like drama. People like, they latch on to people and not really ideas. But ideas of people are also still relevant, in my opinion. But, so someone asked something about Dave Rubin and whatnot. Now, if you don't know, this whole thing of Dave Rubin, like, David Pakman is just, I don't know if he's seen the video, but PragerU, which is a conservative think tank, I believe, I don't know what the hell it is. All I know is it has a massive conservative bias, had him basically record a little video, a long video, actually, basically just defaming the left with straw mans left and right, and then he blames the left for playing identity politics, and then he himself plays identity politics. Because I'm not a regressive leftist. Those do exist, but unfortunately I and many others are not. But anyways, regardless of that, the title was literally why I left the left. So by definition, he is not left-wing at all anymore. Not at all, but he's not anymore. More, I guess, of a Ben Shapiro type of guy. But David Pakman just says he agrees and he disagrees with some. He said he'd like to have a conversation. David Pakman can put on a good conversation. I'd like to see a conversation between the two. But he said he agrees on some points and disagrees on some points. I know that they're both very pro-Israel, which... Something that disappoints me about David Pakman is that he's pro-Israel, but, people like Kyle have to fend those guys off a lot. But it would be interesting to see a discussion. Now, my point is that David Pakman is no longer a progressive. He's no longer even on the left. So he should be pretty much completely disregarded. He's basically fallen into the trap of the right wing. And more opportunistically, in all honesty, because I want to know what happens when they lose more elections. Once the Republicans start losing again, which is inevitable. But I want to know what you guys think about this, Dave Pakman and Dave Rubin situation. Moreover, how Dave Rubin has transformed.